everyone, and welcome to another episode of Local Business Spotlight Conversation with Business Owners. And my name is Diana Lockie. I'm a local real estate agent here in Apex and Cary areas. And today, my special guest is Sydney Kranz. She's the owner of Clinical Touch, located here in Apex on 2044 Energy Drive. So this is, if you're familiar with Apex, you go off of 1010 Road and you turn on Sheffield, kind of right behind Abbey Road Tavern. And it starts out industrial, but then they built this beautiful business park over here, and that's where Sydney's place is. Welcome, and thank you for having me in your place here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about, tell our audience about your business. What kind of services do you offer here at Clinical Touch?
I am a massage therapist. I work with all ages, which is something unique about my practice. My youngest clients are toddlers, so I'm a pediatric therapist, and oldest are people in their 70s, 80s. My specialty really is working with scar tissue, whether it's surgical, it can be from an injury, it can just be what some people call adhesions that build up in the body from repetitive use, repetitive motion. I'd say that's really what I'm starting to focus on. And I also do a lot with orthopedic conditions. I think low back pain, neck pain, whiplash, maybe a knee issue, ankle injury, things like that. So I also have a lot of athletes that come in.
Yeah, that's nice, because pain is such a, it's such a weird thing. Like once you are in pain, it's very hard to go about your business, to go about your daily life. So that's, I'm sure you get a lot of clients that have to manage that pain, hopefully without pharmaceuticals, with at least less medication.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like it. I've been your client for a couple of years. And I like how you spend your time, in the beginning, and like talking to me and like seeing what's going on with my life, where do I feel discomfort and things like that. So I feel it's important. Then from that conversation, you figure out what's the best treatment for the day. And I feel very like it's a very personalized service that you do for.
Yes, thank you. That's one of my goals too, is to understand what someone is coming in for, why they're coming in, and really being able to address them as best I can. And if I'm not the best person, knowing better people for whoever that person is, since we all have different styles and different techniques.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And you also mentioned that you also work with migraine headaches, because you mentioned last time to me that you can help me with certain massage. So tell us about that type of massage you do.
So that one is a newer training I've taken. It's a style of massage called craniosacral therapy, and it works with the central nervous system. So it was founded in osteopathy. So I think doctors of osteopathy back in the day would do a lot of manipulations. So this is where that work is. It's not manipulation, so it's not chiropractic. It's very gentle, but it can be very useful for migraines. It can be useful for anyone who's had, say, a fusion to their spine, any kind of spinal injury. It can also be useful for pregnancy. So think about what happens with the low back and the hips as the due date approaches. Things might get a little sore, so it can help the body to accommodate those changes better as well. So that's still a new training for me, but I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's important. Yeah. So something about you. Where are you from originally?
So I was born in Florida, and then grew up near Washington, D.C. in the suburbs. Moved back to Florida with my family, and besides a random kind of year where I moved all over the country in my early 20s, I've been here since 2018. So I'm enjoying North Carolina. My whole family actually followed me here, so at this point I can't leave.
Yeah, there you go.
But I do like it, so I don't have any plans to go anywhere.
Yeah, Apex is a great place to be. Yeah, it's still growing. It's grown a lot, but it's still growing. Yeah, so we're glad to have you. I'm glad you moved here. Yeah. So what made you choose this profession?
I went into massage therapy for a few different reasons. I started getting massage, actually that craniosacral massage I mentioned. I started receiving that when I was in high school, and I noticed a big difference for myself with some chronic pain I had been dealing with, as well as just some nervous system regulation. And my therapist at the time said, you should consider doing this. And I said, that's kind of weird. I don't think so. But she had it stuck in the back of my head. Her name's Henrietta. So if you're ever in Florida and find a Henrietta, I thank her for that every day. And then through my undergrad, I majored in psychology and also special education. So I knew I really liked working with people in a more helping capacity. But I just ran into, I didn't really want to work in the school system, and I needed something that was going to be more hands-on and more active than what most of the psychology careers were offering and what I was aware of at that time. So eventually I said, well, I don't have any other ideas. Let me just try massage school and see. So I went to school for massage in 2015 and really, really enjoyed it. I loved musculoskeletal anatomy, which I was not expecting. I really enjoyed anatomy and physiology. I've actually taken that at the college level as well since massage school, and really just fell in love with it. So here I am 8 years later with no plans of stopping, and just feeling really fortunate.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, so that's great. So what motivates you to keep doing that? What drives you to, wake up every day and just do the same?
So one thing for me is just the amount of learning that is out there. There's so much information coming out, there's so much research coming out. I'm just a really curious person by nature. So I love that there's always something new to learn. There's always something new to learn from my clients. There's always something new to learn from the researchers. There's always something new to learn from other providers. And that for me is one of the things that I really love. And I also really enjoy that I do get to help people understand their bodies better, feel more at home or empowered with their physical health. I've struggled with chronic pain throughout my life. Big part of my story is I had surgery as an infant and have dealt with the scar tissue for 30 plus years now. And I've found things that have helped, and I love being able to offer that to other people, that, helping them make those connections, helping facilitate their process, and then connecting them to information or other providers. If it's not something that I offer, helping people be well.
Yeah, definitely, because it takes more than one approach. Sometimes we have to look for, maybe herbs or something else that can help too. So that's good. Yeah. And then, what was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask you, anything going on that in your business that a customer should know? Something new happening here?
There are a couple new things happening. I have a new website that will be coming out this month in September. I'm excited about the change because I'll have more space on it to blog. And I would like to use that forum, mostly again for sharing information, whether it's about scar tissue, which is just something I happen to be really passionate about, the uses of like pediatric massage and touch therapy. I'd love to put some case studies on there if people are maybe not local or can't come see me, just to spark ideas. And I also trained as a health coach earlier this year. So that'll be, in some ways, a separate business, since I won't be necessarily coaching my massage clients. But I am looking forward to offering that and having a whole new arena to explore, just get more information and connect people to things that are useful for them, figure out what motivates people, help them get in tune with what they actually want. Because that's like, I think one of the first things, I mean, and again, I have that, like you mentioned earlier, which I appreciated, I have that conversation with people who come in for massage and body work, like, what's your goal? What's your bandwidth to, you know, try and achieve that goal? I mean, I have people who come in with some significant chronic pain, and in that case, it's gonna be like a multifactorial approach, like what is your diet like? What are your stress levels like? Are there a lot of emotional stress? Do you have maybe a physical therapist or a personal trainer, or who else is working with you as we try to help you put the pieces of the puzzle together?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about the coaching.
That's nice. Yeah, I can see how a lot of people can need that. Yeah. And then, yeah, what are your hobbies? What else do you do besides work? I know, like, owning a business is like it takes up most of your time, but yeah.
It does take up a lot of my time, especially right now. So for fun, I really love gardening. And I might have only a postage stamp of a yard right now, but I managed to get almost 2.5 pounds of cayenne peppers this year.
Oh, okay.
I don't really love cayenne peppers. I don't know yet what to do with them, so if anyone has ideas, feel free to share them. I'm hoping to get involved with the Master Gardener program, run by the extension where I live. I also really enjoy the outdoors, so hiking, kayaking, just being able to get outside, and that's one of the things that I love about North Carolina. You can get to the beach. I like the beach. You can get to the mountains. I love the mountains. And we have all 4 seasons, so you get that change through the year.
Yeah, it is beautiful, very green, yeah. Well, and what are your goals for the next year?
So my goals for the next year, I touched on a little bit already. One is to fully launch the health coaching aspect of my business and to start to build that up. I recently made my foray back into social media. So right now I'm like, okay, I'll give it a trial until December just to build that habit for myself before being more strategic about it. But I'm just proud of myself for starting it. And another one of my big goals for my business is to really continue building my knowledge in scar tissue and really learning more deeply about the fascia and its role and how the body works. Fascia is a type of connective tissue that they're also saying now might also be part of the nervous system in a sense, more like a sensory organ. So it's really interesting. There's some really amazing research coming out of Europe primarily. So I'm starting to follow those people and attend some of their seminars and classes. I'm also planning on learning more about lymphatic drainage, which will be especially useful working with people who are post-operation, or who have had, who have had surgery or significant injuries of any kind. So
okay, yeah.
Those are
yeah.
some of my goals.
That's exciting. Learning all this stuff. Yeah, cool. Yeah. And what is the best way for your customers to reach you?
The best way to reach me is probably by phone. You can call or text 919-228-8663. That's my number. And I also am really pretty good about responding to emails. So the email address would be hello@sydneykranz.com. My new website will be sydneykranz.com. Right now it's still clinicaltouchbodywork.com, where there's some information, some online booking. But again, the new website will be up by the end of September. So yeah.
Great, looking forward to it, yeah. Well, thank you for having me and for this nice, very comfortable, very wonderful conversation. And we wish you everything the best and big expansion on your business and a lot of customers. So Yeah, I know you're good because I'm your customer, so I can vouch for you for sure. And with that, thank you all for watching, and thank you for that. That concludes our episode of Local Business Spotlight. And again, my name is Diana Lockie. I'm a real estate agent. And if you are curious about the market, what's going on these days, we have a buyer's market coming up the next few months, or you're interested in selling your home in the springtime, I'm here for you. Thank you.